Everyone has seen the lifestyle, the suits, the yachts, the money flying in the air, and almost everyone has watched The Wolf of Wall Street and thought, that's it. That's the dream. But let me ask you something. If making millions in the market was that easy, why isn't everyone rich? Today we're breaking down the real story behind Jordan Belfort. Not the parties, not the chaos, but the psychology behind his rise. Because if you're between 18 and 30, hungry for financial freedom, and dreaming about a wealthy lifestyle, you need to understand this before you place your next trade. Jordan Belfort didn't start as a millionaire. He started as a broke young guy walking into Wall Street with ambition and zero experience. He was trained under a senior broker who told him something that changed everything. It's not about the stock. It's about the sale. Pause for a second. Not about the company. Not about long-term value. Not about smart investing. The sale. And that single mindset created millions. But it also planted the seed of destruction. Jordan wasn't a legendary market analyst. He wasn't predicting macroeconomic cycles. He mastered persuasion. He understood human psychology. Fear of missing out. Greed. Urgency. He realized something powerful. Most people don't buy stocks. They buy stories. So he built a machine. That machine was called Stratton Oakmont. Young, aggressive salespeople. Scripts designed to control conversations. High-pressure closing techniques. Artificial urgency. Sound familiar? Last opportunity. Guaranteed move. Insider level stock. Don't miss this. If you've been around trading long enough, you've heard versions of this. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Jordan's early success wasn't about trading skill. It was about influence. And influence without ethics is explosive. At first, everything worked. Money poured in. Commission checks were insane. The lifestyle became addictive. And this is where most young traders get hypnotized. Because when you see fast money, your brain stops asking smart questions. You don't think about sustainability. You don't think about risk. You don't think about legality. You think about speed. And speed feels powerful. But here's the reality nobody romanticizes. Markets reward discipline. Not noise, not hype, not ego. Let me reset your focus for a second. If loud confidence created real wealth, every motivational speaker would be a billionaire trader. Jordan understood leverage. Not just financial leverage, human leverage. He hired young, hungry people who wanted status. He gave them scripts so they didn't need deep knowledge. He created an environment where closing deals mattered more than understanding value. And in a booming market, even weak systems can look genius. That's the dangerous part. Because when everything is going up, everyone feels smart. But the market always tests you eventually. And when that test came, everything started cracking. Regulators began watching. Complaints increased. Pressure built. The same system that generated millions started attracting consequences. And here's where you need to feel a little fear. Fast money built on unstable foundations doesn't collapse slowly. It collapses violently. Jordan went from extreme wealth to prison. From private jets to a cell. Let that sink in. Because this isn't just about him. This is about you. You might not be running a brokerage firm. But if you're chasing trading just for quick money, if you're risking money you can't afford to lose, if you're believing anyone who promises guaranteed profit, you are walking toward your own version of collapse. No real trader guarantees profit. If someone says 100% win rate, run. If someone says no risk, run faster. Real trading success is boring. It's risk management. It's position sizing. It's journaling losses. It's controlling emotions when you want revenge trade. That's not cinematic. That doesn't look good on Instagram. But that's what builds wealth. Now here's something powerful. Jordan mastered persuasion, but he never mastered himself. And in trading, self-mastery is everything. You can have the best strategy in the world. But if you can't control greed, if you can't handle losses, if you can't wait patiently, the market will humble you. Every single time. Now here's the deeper lesson most people miss. The movie shows the rise dramatically. The parties, the celebrations, the confidence. But what it doesn't show clearly is the psychological addiction to winning fast. When you make money quickly, your brain releases dopamine. You feel invincible. You increase position sizes. You ignore risk. You think, I figured it out. And that exact moment is when danger begins. Because markets punish arrogance. Jordan built a culture of urgency. Close now. Act now. Don't think too much. But successful traders do the opposite. They wait. They analyze. They protect capital. Here's a question for you. Would you rather look rich for 1 year or be wealthy for 30. That's the real decision? The Wolf of Wall Street shows what happens when lifestyle becomes the goal. But wealth isn't lifestyle. Wealth is freedom. Freedom comes from skill. Skill comes from surviving the hard phase. And this is where your journey becomes different from his. Because every real trader goes through a painful phase. A phase where your strategy doesn't click. Where you lose confidence. Where you doubt yourself. Where you question if trading is even for you. Jordan avoided that phase by manipulating outcomes. You can't. And that's a good thing. Because the painful phase builds discipline. It forces you to manage risk. It teaches you humility. It strengthens emotional control. Without that phase, you become fragile. With it, you become dangerous. In a controlled way. The truth is, the market doesn't care about your dreams. It rewards preparation. It punishes ego. So instead of chasing the fantasy of fast millions, chase mastery. Instead of flexing profits, track consistency. Instead of asking how much can I make, ask how much can I protect? Because real wealth compounds quietly. And if you truly want to build a wealthy lifestyle that lasts, you must survive the stage that most people quit in. That painful trader phase where results are slow and confidence is tested. On the end screen right now, there's a video where I break down exactly how to survive that painful phase and come out stronger. If you want to avoid becoming a temporary wolf, and instead become a long-term, disciplined wealth builder, click that video now. Your future self will thank you.